If you came to your mat to work with either a physical, mental, or emotional focus point, breathe it right up into your heart. And if you're in a space where you can sing out in the sound of Om, maybe you do that. Otherwise, Brahmari breath, just making a humming sound with your lips closed to vibrate heart. And if your intention includes an area of your body, feel for vibrating that as well. Together we breathe in. Sun breath, inhaling your arms up, moving the arms any way that feels good to shoulders at this point. And exhale, hands to heart. Again, like that. Inhale. Exhale to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. If you're kneeling, option to rise onto your knees with the inhale. Inhale, pressing your tail into the body. And exhale back to your seat. Inhale. Exhale. About 4 more breaths like this. Moving, not moving, but growing the breath. Next time hands come to heart center, let them rest against your heart, feel it beat. Close your eyes or cast your gaze down at the floor softly. Extended leg seated side bend. Coming to a sitting position with your left leg straight. Right knee open either in half straddle or the hurdler's lunge variation works as well. Right heel to butt. It feels better to my knee today. Activate the left foot, flex it, and then press the ball of the foot out, spreading the bones of the feet. Turn your belly towards your right thigh. Start with the right arm behind your back. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, lean sideways over left leg or onto left leg. Rolling the right shoulder back. Hang your head directly over left shoulder. If you want to look down, up, or straight ahead, just choose a position where your neck can give way to gravity. Send your breath into the release. Either keep right arm behind back or inhale, right arm up, turning palm, maybe even pinky finger towards head as you extend it. All other arm positions are welcome. You guys know neck release and chest opener. Those work as well. Keep your neck relaxed. Either come out the way you came in or simply put your hands down, let your head hang. And change legs. Activate the right foot. Spread the toes away from each other. Turn belly towards left leg, left arm behind your back. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side stretch over the right leg. Neck release, head hanging directly towards right shoulder. And again, move slow as you choose just the right angle for your chin. So your neck can release with your exhale breaths. Keep the left shoulder rolling open, widen through the left collarbone. Good. And maybe your left arm stays there, or inhale, left arm up. Rotate from shoulder as you turn palm towards foot. And then exhale, continue to breathe into the left side body. Left ribs are now open for your breath to expand them. Neck is still relaxed. Neck stays relaxed as you transition back up to your seat. And come on down to your back for elbow to knee with thigh traction and Bralga. Before you come down, if you want to see Bralga, we've done it, I think, before. I think you guys have all, but it's been a while. The thigh traction, elbow to knee, you guys know. We'll do it with leg straight to sky. You'll take hold of the straight leg, holding onto the thigh, whatever you can grab onto, and just draw it up to make a little space in the hip joint. That's the thigh traction part. When we do Bralga, right hand will reach across to the ankle of the bent knee to put your foot on your inner thigh, kind of like you're doing tree. And now instead of using your hand to traction the thigh bone up, you'll use your left foot. You might get your foot to stick, or you might have to hold on to it. You didn't have to memorize that. We'll go through it piece by piece. All right, lying on your back with your knees bent over your hips, hands interlaced behind your head and neck. Cradle your head and neck, point your elbows slightly to the ceiling, and inhale to lift head and shoulders up. Press your low back down. Exhales both elbows towards your left thigh, straighten right leg to the sky. Active feet. Take hold of the right thigh, right at the hip joint, and as you breathe out, just feel for lengthening the thigh bone from the hip. Keep the right hip, right side waist pressing down. Real smooth movements, subtle movements, no thrashing. Inhale back to center, bend your knees, cradle head and neck. Exhale towards right thigh, straighten left leg. Left hand holds on to left thigh. Just grab onto the quadriceps and exhale to spiral the left thigh up as you pull your belly down. Two more like that. Inhale, center, shoulders stay off mat, tuck your tail. Exhale, twist left, right leg straight. Right hand takes hold of right thigh and exhale to spiral up, draw navel to spine. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right, left leg up. Left hand to left thigh, take a breath. And exhale, feel for drawing the thigh bone up and slightly turning it in towards the right. That's the spiral action. Pull your belly down. Inhale, center. Press your low back flat as you curl shoulders up. Exhale, twist left. Right leg straight. Right hand to thigh, breathe in. Exhale, draw it up. Pull your belly in. One more like that. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Left hand to thigh, take a breath. And exhale to make the bone move out a little bit. Bralga, inhale, center. Exhale, twist left, right leg straight. Active foot. Right hand reaches for your left ankle and puts left foot on your right inner thigh if possible. You might have to hold it there, and that's fine. or if you can get it to stick to your pants, hands behind head and neck. Exhale, use your foot to draw the right thigh bone straight up, pull your belly down. Inhale, back to center, knees bent, head and shoulders up, press your low back flat. Exhale, twist right, left leg straight. Left hand to right ankle, so you can put right foot on your left leg. And as you breathe out, use your foot to traction the thigh straight up, press your foot back into, or your leg back into your foot, and pull your belly down. Inhale, head down, feet down. Take 3 huge breaths into your belly. All right, find your prop, your block, or your block substitute that you're going to use for your hip flexor stretch. And everyone does have one, right? Because you could always just do a heel to butt variation quad stretch if you didn't. Starting like you're setting up for bridge, so you'll leave your prop alone as you relax your arms down alongside body, knees bent, feet about hips width apart. Press your feet down to curl the tailbone up, pressing down to lengthen pelvis to sky. Lengthen pelvis forward, press it to sky. Neck, jaw relax as you breathe up into the chest. Exhale, feel your feet grounded into the earth, using the earth to keep the hips afloat. No gripping in spine, no gritting of teeth. All right, staying stable on your legs. Now reach for your prop so you can put it underneath your pelvis. Yoga block, either the low or medium way, not too high. You're simply going to put your hips back on it and draw right knee to chest on exhale. We'll skip right to part 3, squeezing the right knee in, tucking the tail up, and then straightening left leg out, all the way out. So your left foot is off the earth, foot active, putting energy in the foot so you can relax at the hip and let your heavy leg hang from your hip and stretch the tissues in front of the hip. Strong tuck of tail. If your foot's touching the earth, keep pressing the bottom ribs down towards the mat. Use your exhale to relax left leg. Not pulling on the joint. Feel for spaciousness around the joint and send breath into that space. With your breath and your attention, you're literally soaking the cartilage, the tissues with synovial fluid. So if you'd like to imagine sending fluid there, that is actually what you are doing. All right, set your left foot back on the floor. Put your right foot back on the floor. Take a breath in center. Relax your hips. On an exhale, drawing left knee towards chest. Now that is a flexion of those muscles we were just stretching, so be patient with them if they're a little cranky. Be gentle with them if they're sore. Then extend right leg out so your foot's floating. Now you guys do know parts 1 and 2 where foot stays on the floor or right knee stays bent. If those are beneficial to your hip flexor today, of course you can choose those positions instead. Whichever shape you're in, you're tucking the tailbone strongly, curling pubic bone to navel, navel to spine. Activating the right foot so your leg can hang. A little internal rotation here, right thigh in towards center. 2 more breaths. The sense of your leg getting longer. All right, right foot down, left foot down. Returning to your bridge variation, pressing your feet down, curling tailbone off your prop. Opening up the fronts of your hips to breath. And feel what you feel in low back. Sense of a little more space between the bones there. Fill it with breath. Your belly won't move with your breath, but there is that slow breathing that feels like it seeps down into hips and pelvis. Right. Move your prop aside and slowly roll your spine down top to bottom. Counter pose of your choice. You might rest here with your knees against each other. You might move into figure 4 or happy baby, or simply knees to chest, rocking out. Continue to breathe slow and fully down into pelvis, hips and low back. All right, and let's find our way to all fours for quarter dog. From your hands and knees, you'll lower left elbow down and turn your hand into the right, so your forearm is parallel across your mat. Right arm extended forward, forehead resting either on your arm. For some necks, it's more comfortable to tuck the chin in and put your head on the ground. For some necks and shoulders, you might want a little extra height, a blanket or pillow underneath the left arm and head. We won't be here super long, but a few breaths. I want you to be able to relax without feeling any sharp pains, no numbness in the right hand. Softening in the shoulder, making space for your breath. In this shape, stretching your right hand forward a little more, straightening your arm out and spreading your fingers wide. Like you've little suction cups at the ends of your fingers, stick them down to your yoga mat, tent the palm up a little, pull the mat towards you to pull your shoulder out of your ear, and then relax your right arm back down. Slide right hand under shoulder, coming back onto hands with your head hanging. You can press up into cat stretch and breathe, or maybe do some cat's cows or freeform movements with your breath. Then lie right forearm across your mat, making a pillow for your head. Or put your head on the mat, left arm forward. If you need to move your knees back or move your knees wider for some backs, knees open, toes in, will feel more protective. And the first few breaths just settling in. Softening at the back of the heart, base of the neck. And extend your left arm forward, reaching, spreading your fingers, sticking them down to the mat or ground, and pull it towards you to drag shoulder blade away from head and neck. Exhale to relax that arm completely, let it hang. Ease back into your cat stretch or to your tabletop with a relaxed neck. Dolphin variations. Lowering both elbows to the ground, wrapping hands around upper arms to measure the elbow width Your choice of hand position, maybe you're protecting shoulders today and clasping hands. Or if your shoulders are healthy, palms down, keeping the forearms, middle fingers parallel to each other. Press the ground away with wrists, with elbows, and hang your head into the space you create. Lean back. And if you're straightening your legs today, use your inhale. Definitely a core action, the leg straightening. Option dolphin hip opener, walking your feet a little closer to your face and grounding the left heel down. Right leg flies behind you, bend your right knee. Your hips will turn to the right, but I want you to feel equal balance in both shoulders, chest square, yes, relax neck. Lifting the knee up and letting your foot dangle down. Exhale, set right foot right next to left foot. If you need to come down to your knees to reset your shoulders, please do. So you feel stable, both the lift and the stretch. No bone-on-bone compression. Then you fly the left leg up and open it. Using your left knee, reaching back and up to pull you out of your shoulders. Breathing. Exhale, both feet down, embryo pose. Sink back onto your heels with your hands by your feet so your shoulders can hang. Of course, if there's a more effective resting pose for your body that creates zero pain, you can move into that instead. Downward facing dog. Plank, inhale. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. Either set your knees down or step the feet together, trying to squeeze heels together. Reach them back, scoop your belly up. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Feet together. Press the ground away. Inhale. Exhale, dog. Separate your feet. Right foot forward, warrior two. Extended warrior, right forearm to thigh. Chest opener. Left arm reaching up to the ceiling. Then lower your left hand a few inches towards the left foot, just below shoulder height. So you can press back with the back of the left hand behind you. Bring your left hand up to the sky. Turn your palm open, same direction as chest. Lower your left hand a few inches towards the left foot. And now reach it back into chest opener. Of course, if pressing it back creates any pain or numbness, keep your left arm in line with your shoulder. That is technically chest opener, since we spend much of our time with our arms in front of us. Neck relax, whichever direction you want to gaze. Both feet pressing into the earth. Plank. Exhale, hands down, step back into your high push-up. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Cobra or low cobra, leave your pelvis on the ground for this extension. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Reach your legs, your tail back. Exhale, downward dog. Cat and cow also works there. Extended warrior 2, left foot forward into warrior 2 footprint. Come up with left forearm on thigh, right arm straight up to the sky. Lower your right hand a few inches towards your right foot and then start to press it back. You might play with the angle of that right arm, maybe higher or lower is more effective for you as you feel for the stretch in the front of your shoulder and your chest and your scalenes, your neck. All the way down the front of the arm through your palm tissues, the fingers. One more breath to light those sensations up. Forward fold. Exhale, hands down. Step your right foot forward. Fold over your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samasthiti. Standing BB, put the block between your thighs, since I knew we all have them. And then stand with your feet parallel to each other, outside edges of feet parallel to the edges of your yoga mat, which might look a little pigeon-toed. Just lift your arches back up, keeping the ball of the foot down. Hands on the back of your hips, whether you use your palms, or I like to use my fists so I don't have to bend my wrists for this one. Send your tail straight down. Inhale, telescope the rib cage straight up. Front and back ribs are lifting off the pelvis. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows back. 3 more breaths. And those of you who start to go backwards with the upper spine, you have the choice to either keep your chin tucked in or let the head roll all the way back. Go slow enough so you notice what that feels like to your low back when you let your head go. Keep lengthening tail down, decompressing low back, breathing your ribs up and out of it. Inhale to float the heart forward. If it went back, head follows. If it is back, take your block away. Feet back to hips width, or maybe all the way together for Utkatasana. Inhale, sit back in your chair, pull belly in, squeeze your butt as you sit back. Exhale, fold. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Or down dog. Inhale. Exhale. 3 breaths in down dog. Inhale, step or jump forward. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Inhale, bend knees, lift heart. Arms might stay forward if your back is tender. Exhale, Samastitihi, return to standing. 2 more full rounds. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga or downward dog. Or no, you can always substitute cat's cows for a whole sun salutation. Just keep breathing in and out as you move your body. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, warrior one, nice grounded feet. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, chest forward, balloon it out. Exhale, down dog. Balloon it with your breath. You don't have to pull on it, breathe it. Left foot, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, breathe right on up to the collarbones. Exhale, down dog. Good, you guys. Neck relaxed, or keep your gaze on your navel. Pull your navel to spine. Inhale, step or jump forward. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Inhale. Samastitihi. Exhale. Once again, inhale, Utkatasana. As you sit back, press the balls of the feet down. That'll stabilize. Yes. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga, etc. Huge breath in, shoulders open. Good. Exhale, down dog. Right foot. Inhale, Vira A. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot. Inhale, Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Crescent lunge with hands on hips. Step your right foot forward, stay on your back toes, and bring your hands onto your front thigh or right away onto your hips. Hands, if it's okay, on shoulders, walk behind your hips. You can hold your own pelvis in your hands, guiding your tail down, curling pubic bone and navel. Inhale, telescope the rib cage up. Exhale, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows back. And just like standing BB, you might keep breathing up and going back, but no dipping into low back. Keep ballooning the heart forward with breath. Same head positions for standing BB. Either keep your chin tucked, or if you start to go backwards, it might go back. And if you've gone backwards, inhale, pull your heart forward with your breath. Let your head follow. Twisting warrior variation. Left hand down to edge of mat. Right arm to thigh or to sky. You can move your right foot over to the right a little bit too to make this a really spacious, open feeling twist. Rather than grinding into the spine, opening it to your breath. Runner's lunge, hand down. Hands frame the right foot, so you might have to move it back to center if it went wide. Hips square. Reach your tail back. Firm up the pelvis by squeezing sitting bones towards tail. Firming up the bottom of the pelvis. Scoop your low belly up. Warrior two. Lift your hips to spin back, heel down, and inhale to rise. Reverse warrior. Inhale, reach your left hand back a little bit. Cynthia, do the opposite of that. Reach your left, nope, you say in your warrior two, right knee bent. Don't reach forward with right hand. I think some yogas might teach that because I see often this dip in the hip in reverse warrior, which I guess is good for the shoulder, not so much for the hips. Right, so keep the right hip rising. Keep bending right knee towards your pinky toe, keeping the whole ball of the foot grounded. Feel for rotating the top of the thigh back. Yeah, back traction with left hand on hip is a really good way to feel for how to open that right hip, not dip into it. One more breath. Exhale, your vinyasa. Crescent lunge, left foot forward. Lining your shoulders over your hips, hands to back of hips to guide your tailbone down. Inhale, telescope rib cage up. Exhale, roll the shoulders back, roll the elbows back. Either keep the chin tucked, or if you go backwards enough, you might let your head go back. But only if you can keep breathing your heart forward and up. And if you have gone back, use your breath to draw your heart forward over your hips. Head will follow. Twisting warrior variation, right hand down to edge of mat or block. Twisting to your left. Putting your hand on a block is another way to create more space for you to open and spin into. Runner's lunge, hands down, framing the left foot, left knee over ankle. So you might slide right knee back a little bit. Yeah, lift the hips just enough that you can tuck the tailbone in and pull your belly in. There it is. And then inhale to lengthen your rib cage, telescope your rib cage from your pelvis, even in this straight line. Warrior two. Yeah. I like to lift my hips a lot in this transition, so I'm not putting a strain on the joint. If you still feel the strain, you'll just stand up and come into warrior two. Inhale, reach back with the right hand just a little bit, no cramping up. And then exhale, lean over the right leg. Let's see if you can balloon the left ribs open just a little bit more with these last two breaths. They say our left lung is our smaller lung, so really use its capacity. And exhale, your vinyasa. Lance Dodger. Warrior 1, right foot forward. Archer first. Spring left elbow up into archer prep. Arm up, bend your elbow, right hand holds elbow. We'll be here about 5 breaths. If you want to find your way into full bind with your breath, you can. Imagine you had another set of hands on your hips, just like in crescent. Feel for guiding the tail down, tilting the pubic bone up, decompressing your low back. Right arm behind back, left arm to sky. Rest your right forearm right across your sacrum. Weight it down. Inhale, telescope rib cage up. Exhale, send your lance back with your left hand. And you might keep spine straight as you open shoulder, or that might pull you backwards also. Head, neck goes wherever is comfortable for it. Press your tail down with your right hand to pull you back up. Use your breath. Inhale, float up. Both arms up. Maybe a little back bend. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Transitioning into triangle. Straighten your right leg and turn to face side of mat. Half moon will be coming shortly, so if you want to know where your block is, find it. Triangle over the right leg. Especially for this triangle, it's almost like a research pose for our half moon. No need to come so low. Feel for getting real open and light with your breath. Ground with both feet now that you have advantage of both feet on the mat. Engage right around your tailbone to stabilize. Extended warrior variation. Bend your right knee, right forearm to thigh, left arm behind back, left hand right on your sacrum if it's available. Guiding it down and into your body. And you can stay here if you want to stay and do other variations or sacral pulses, or half moon. Right hand reaches for right corner of mat or block. As you shift your weight onto right leg, flex left foot, press it back into an imaginary wall behind you, turning your toes open. Yes. Gazing down, I think, is steadiest for balance. Once you feel real steady on your leg, you can play with looking forward or up. Knee to knee pose, look down. Bring your left hand down, bend your right knee to squeeze left knee in next to it. Turning into a little ball. Option, same fancy transition as yesterday, coming into knee to chest without setting left foot down. We're moving into heel to butt. Or stand up, reconnect to both feet, then bring left heel to butt, how you like. Optional, right hand can stay on your body, belly or heart, or reach for the sky. Optional, Chapasana, coming back into your half moon, whoops, holding onto your ankle. Tuck your tail against that. All right. Maybe release the left foot carefully and step back for a vinyasa. If it makes more sense to simply put your left foot down, do that, wiggle your butt, bend a knee at a time. Left foot forward for a warrior 1. Arch your right arm up, bend the right elbow, left hand to right elbow. Or full bind. Now, using this archer shape, research for Lance Dodger, feeling the length of the right elbow going straight up and the right sitting bone straight down. So there can be a back bend sensation to archer, but I want you to reconnect to your core. Curl pubic bone and navel, draw your sternum in. Open heart, but no compression in low back. Keep that sense as you bring left arm behind your back, right arm to sky. Inhale to lengthen, make more space. Exhale, press the right arm back. And if you keep going backwards, you're going to respect that space between pelvis and ribs, lifting up. Relax the arms down, come back to neutral spine. Inhale, arms up, maybe a little back bend, warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart. Straighten your left leg to set up your triangle, left toes forward. Any variation of triangle. Using this triangle, feel how the support right around your mula bandha, squeezing anus genitals, supports the weight of your whole spine. And everything contained there, all of your organs, your heavy arms and limbs. Use your breath to inflate them, make them lighter. Extended warrior variation, bend left knee, right arm, right hand on sacrum. Using that touch of your sacrum to get grounded, connected. And keeping that sense of contact, even if your hand leaves when you move into half moon. Knee to knee pose. Look down, bend your left knee, squeeze right knee in next to it. If you prefer to just stand or forward fold, that's fine. So some of you are going to come up with right knee to chest without ever letting right foot touch down. Oh, hello, core, wake up. Then heel to butt. Of course, you can stay here in any H to B variation or move into your Chapasana, back into half moon while holding your right foot. Right, spinning the hips, kicking your foot into your hand to open a shoulder. All right, finding your way back to down dog, cat's cows, or forward fold. Breathe and let it go, whether that was a struggle or a victory. It is past, let it go. Let's do camel. Let's camel before we stretch it out. Set your knees down. If it's effective for you to hold the block between thighs, you're learning how that turns on your legs to protect low back, you're welcome to continue to use block between thighs. Just one round, so any variation, starting with hands on sacrum or fists on sacrum, guiding the tail down and telescoping ribs up, squeezing shoulders back. And again, maybe you just stay here and lengthening. Maybe you feel like you're going to leave your mat 3 inches taller. Awesome. Some of you are starting to work back, even starting to catch your heels. You have a couple breaths to breathe. Balloon your chest. You literally want to feel that lightness of heart as you reach back so you're not falling into low back. And often we cue to push hips forward. I don't think that's a good cue in camel because for many of us with bendy low backs, and by the way, we all have bendy low backs. That is the anatomic design of the low back. We'll push into that part. I want your upper back to start to open up. Use your breath to do that. Good, nice lengthening of sacrum, Linda. If your hands have gone back, put them back on your sacrum to massage it down and breathe your heart up out of the pose. Take a few moments in neutral, either sitting on your heels or going into a tabletop before you do any child's pose or counter pose. Just breathe into the spaciousness, the unwinding, which all sound like pleasant words. It might not be a pleasant sensation, but the results, if we breathe with it and let it unwind, or what we're allowing to happen. The creation of more freedom in the body. Let's come into Dragonfly series. Take your time in transition if you'd like to child pose now or cat-cow. Before you come to sitting, do that. We'll sit in straddle. If you sitting in straddle feels like too much pull on low back now, you're curling under, half straddle, right knee bent works just fine, just like before. We'll all turn belly towards right knee, lift the right arm up, inhale, and exhale, side bend over left leg. Right arm, any position. Once you know where your spine is going, you can move your right arm back into neck releaser, chest opener, or behind your back. And same with left arm. Those of you coming low, you can either reach left hand towards left foot or towards the right knee to help you keep spiraling. And lift up just a little bit as you look down, hands down. Inhale, lift up a bit more to turn your whole belly over left thigh. And exhale, folding over left leg. Hamstring injury, make sure you have lots of padding under left knee so you're not pulling on the injury. Or you might choose Baddha Konasana if there's no way out of that. Good. Keep your neck relaxed. Pull your belly in to bring you up to sitting. Keep looking at left foot. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, side bend over the right leg. One more breath, lifting the heart a little bit more. And then look down, bring your hands down. Lift as much as you need to turn your body towards right leg and fold. And sometimes we're meticulous about keeping both sit bones on the floor, but I am not concerned with that at all right now. Left leg can flop as much as feels safe to you. And lifting up just enough to walk out between your two legs. Straddle forward fold, Upavishta Konasana. Any arm variation. If you're bracing with your arms, so you're not going into your deepest stretch, just a stretch, cool. For those of you kind of relaxing into the stretch, if you want to reach your arms way forward, keep lengthening out of your pelvis, low back, you do that. Okay. Keep your head and neck relaxed as you come up to your seat. Use your hands under your knees to help your legs back together. If your inner thighs have gotten a real good stretch, maybe keep them relaxed for a moment. Your choice of final forward fold, maybe square pose right on left, or Baddha Konasana, or figure four on your back, which you can see is pretty much square pose on your back. In all variations, I do recommend active feet, spreading the toes, even pinky toe pulling back. Good. Seated variations, taking one more breath on this side, maybe inhaling your heart forward, a little lift, and then exhale to soften back in. And slowly changing sides. And finding your way into final relaxation. Now it is just about 1:30 now, so if you need to sign out, I apologize for cheating you out of Shavasana. If you have 3 minutes to lie down with me, I'll hold space while you rest. And as always, if you'd like to continue to rest, stay. If you're ready to move on, maybe bring your hands to your heart and start by bringing your breath up into your heart. And once you're connected to conscious breath there, any small movements or stretches that transition you back up to your seat, nice and easy. Meeting with palms pressed, thumbs against the sternum, lifting your heart. If you can recall your intention from beginning of class, send some breath into it here. Carry its healing into the rest of your day. Namaste.